So many people have been talking about the Somalians from Minnesota, and I have seen so many videos and so many articles from these people from the state. And it really got me thinking that even if all of these daycares in Minnesota are not committing fraud, even if all of them are legitimate businesses, even though I don't really see how it's possible for us to expect someone that doesn't even know how to type the word learning correctly to be able to make money without stealing. When I look at everything that I have seen from the Somalians from Minnesota, I cannot help but ask, what is the point of allowing them in your state, in your country? Not only are the overwhelming majority of them on welfare, not only did some of the money that the Minnesotan taxpayer, the people that actually work, not only did some of the money that they pay in taxes end up in the hands of Somali in Somalia, not only were they responsible for 90% of the fraud in Minnesota since 2022, while being only 2% of the population. Also, keep in mind, the Somalians from Minnesota would be very unhappy if you liked and subscribed to this channel. But I've noticed that a lot of these Somalians can't even be bothered to learn how to speak English.
And I request that our government supports our child care centers and stop this heinous crime and this hate that's happening around our state.
When they arrived to America, it seems to me like all of them very quickly learned that they can just get free money from the government, but not that many of them seem to have been bothered to actually learn the language of the country that they reside in. And, I don't have any statistics to prove how many exactly speak and don't speak English, but when I see Minnesotan politicians making public statements in Somalian...
Maaga Egawa Jacob Fry, Doke Magalada, Minneapolis. Damaan.
This sounds like one of those fake languages that you hear some monster from Star Wars speak. When I see this, when I see a politician speaking Somalian, what this tells me is that not only do a lot of Somalians in Minnesota not speak English, a lot of them don't even understand English. And obviously the reason why these politicians do this is because they want the Somali vote. So my question is, why the should people that don't even speak the language of the country be allowed to vote in the elections of that country? Not to mention, these Somalian politicians will go on stage and just announce to everyone in Somalian that their loyalty, their interests are not America or the American people. Their loyalty is to Somalia and Somalians.
معها قضية مينيسوتا معها قضية غير مريكان قضية إلهام وقضية صومالية.
Why the is this allowed? What the fuck are the benefits of allowing this in your country? And I'm not even gonna mention the crime statistics and stories I've seen. And while this video does specifically focus on Minnesota, this isn't only happening in Minnesota. This is happening in European countries as well. And obviously the reason why this is allowed to happen is because it's considered racist not only to do something about these real issues, but it's considered racist to even acknowledge these issues. That is literally the only reason why this is happening and why this isn't being stopped.